everyone, lovely people. I thought I would do a reflections on September and a what's coming up for October video. So I've got my trusty folio here. I also have like a little note on the things that I would like to cover, because with my ADHD sometimes I jump from one thing to the next and then I forget several items. My other, well, this is my like internal folio, still using the setup that I showed you last week. Yes, last week. What did I do in September? Well, I set up this folio and started my journal, which, you know, this is something for the plan of October. Let me see. So the life binder, you know, the 6-ring binder, I have pulled stuff out because it was quite handy to take both things with me if I needed to go outside and, you know, take a look at one of the areas that I want to work on. So I've decided to use this folio as some sort of a whatchamacallit, so I can just take it with me, basically. This is like the tiny portable version. Portable, that was a word. So, YouTube. For YouTube, I've managed to post 4 videos during the month of September. Yay! That is, I've made sure that I've got a schedule that I'm hoping to keep up with. I've posted my videos on Tuesday, and that way I can do the editing stuff on Monday. So far that's been working well. This is what's been going on for September. Sometimes I do make some changes, because here I was going to, I think I was going to do a weekly plan here, but I've moved that to another place at the moment. And for October I've got all my videos ready. The first one is going to be the reflections video and plan for the month that is happening, and then I've got some other ones that are coming up, so I've got my ideas ready for that. I've also got some footage ready for that as well. And I've also started to plan for November and December, actually. So yeah, basically the filming happens somewhere in the week depending on when there's time available, and afterwards the edits happen on Monday evening usually, or a bit during the day, and it's being posted on Tuesday. So far it's working good. I hope I can keep that up. You know, also depends if, you know, health is permitting me. That's a little caveat. So if I do feel like, yeah, this week I can't film, I'll try to make something, you know, else that doesn't have a lot of work and I can upload it more easily. But, you know, so far this month it's been going really well. The life binder stuff, because I've got the life binder stuff right in front of me here. So we've talked a bit about this, about the YouTube stuff. This I'm still keeping track of in my weekly and monthly planning. I have noticed that my sleep schedule has slipped a bit, so that's something to keep an eye on. And then for the yellow, the household finance declutter organizing, I've actually completely redone my bathroom. Yay, it's about 80% done. But that's a huge improvement. And I've also redone the area around my desk. So, which means I have a bit more space, and I actually have my 2 studio lights. They're both over there. Constantly on my desk, not at the space where they are now, but it's less of a hassle than having to grab them from somewhere high up. So improvements, yay! And my desk is also more empty, so I have a lot of more space to spread out. The next area, mini area, I still need to like make a list of the little areas that I want to improve on, bit of declutter and organizing and stuff. So but yeah, I've done 2 areas in September, which is awesome. Yay! Other than that, what else happened in September? I did some coloring. Yes, I did. Hold on, I will grab. This was the first one I did. I did this during. I'm a patron of Romany's, and there's, you know, there's class on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And on Saturdays, it's usually art club. The theme of September was enchanted. I wasn't really in the mood to draw. It seems a bit. At that time, I needed something a little bit more relaxing, and coloring for me is relaxing and grounding. So I colored basically a little witch, and I've got a little mermaid. I have to say, I really liked them. It was very relaxing to do them. I even continued after class, so that's a very good thing. And I did 2 of those sessions. 2 of the 4 sessions I did the coloring thing. I started on a 3rd one. I only did the moon part of it. It's basically something like this, the moon. And then I suddenly had the idea of my desk thing isn't working. I need to organize my desk differently so that I can use my studio lights. So yeah, at the moment that is still waiting for me to finish in October. So that was my coloring. I've had a very good time doing this. And really, you know, whenever I'm coloring, it's just, you know, using the colors. I just used basic colors, basic, you know, the Arteza, the 48 colored pencils, and so far I haven't had to look for other colors, so the 48 is quite good, and it's not really that expensive either. So that is what I have been using, and so far it's working great. Although I might have to sharpen them at some point, because I realized that some pencils, like this blue one for example, is starting to, I'm not sure if you can see that. No, can I show here? Yeah, it's starting to lose a bit of its tip, so at some point I'll go through the whole box, what do you call this, cylinder thing, and resharpen all of those. But yeah, these have been working really well. These are Molly Harrison. She has like PDFs that she sells on Etsy, and I printed them in A5. I printed them in A5, and then I cut off the empty space. So you can also print them on A4 if you want to. But for my purpose, this was supposed to go into my previous journal. It would have fit really nice in there. It will fit in this one as well. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet. Normally I do have a binder with all my colored stuff, except for coloring books, of course. I can't put them in there. But I will see. I'm not quite sure, but I do like looking at them once in a while. And so far, they have been actually living inside my folder here. Folio. I just put them here, and it's just, you know, very nice to look at. Yay! What else have I been doing? Let's take a little peek. Book Sacred Seasons by Kirsty Gallagher. This is a book that I bought on Amazon. It's not that expensive, and it arrived very promptly. Look at the gold. Just like these gold shimmery metallic things. It's basically, as the title and might suggest, it's about, you know, things that are inspired by nature, because we ourselves are human and part of nature. There's nature-inspired rituals, wisdom, self-care for every day of the year. I have tabbed them with spring, and there's a cat here. Of course there's a cat here. Spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So autumn, for example, we have the start of the autumn season, mid-autumn season, and end of autumn season. And we're right now, you're at the mid-autumn season, sacred season for alchemy and transformation. So I use this for journaling, also to keep in mind about planning stuff, because, like, for example, in Virgo season, I was really into my life binder and stuff, and it, you know, it really helped to focus on the astrological sign and the I have to explain, is the energy it gives off. So yeah, it says here, reconnect with nature's rhythm to live a happy, more intentional life with sacred season. In this inspirational handbook, moon mentor, soul alignment, and spiritual coach, Kirsty Gallagher takes us through the year season by season and helps us get back in touch with nature to find balance and a deep connection with the seasons, the astrological cycles, and the lunar phases in order to live well and thrive. You will learn about the wheel of the year and the best moments to pause and reflect and look inwards, as well as when to tap into your abundant energy to achieve your goals. Throughout each season, Kirsty provides rituals, journal prompts, and affirmations, along with suggestions for moon rituals, crystals to use, and other ways to make seasonal living and ancient wisdom practices relatable to modern life. And it's actually quite nice, because you've got like journal prompts for the sick pause, how to use a certain season, rituals, more information about solstices and equinoxes and all that stuff. So I really like it, and I've been using it, you know, on and off every week to just, you know, check in basically and see where I am and do some reflection, let's put it that way. So that's one of those. And as you saw 2 weeks ago, I made these cute little booklets. Yay! This one I have with me at all times. That one is not mine, so I can't open it. I haven't written in mine yet, because most of the time I actually write in my big one. I haven't had the need yet to use it for scribbles so far. But I do know that at a certain point I will be like, ah, where's my little booklet? I need to write something down. So that's why I keep it with me at all times. This one is usually here and gets used whenever it needs to be used. Let's put that off to the side as well. Let me check my little cheat sheet over here. I went over the coloring thingies. I did the 2 mini areas. Oh, I'm also going outside more. Yay! Which has upsides and downsides. My anxiety is a bit higher. I also did have 2 panic attacks 2 days ago. But you know, I'm trying to take a little bit more extra rest so I can compensate for the adrenaline fatigue and stuff like that. So you know, it's a bit of a trying to keep a balance. Yeah, let's put it that way. Trying to keep a balance, you know, with going outside and exploring new areas, but also making sure that I stay grounded and have my own things to fill myself up. So I covered the book Sacred Season. Oh, and one last thing for September. I just, you know, I couldn't resist. I just couldn't resist. See this little cutie. He's like so extremely soft. It was in one of the grocery stores actually for the Halloween season, and I saw it, and I also saw a little fox, but with, you know, a cat in straw, that was not going to happen. But this one is at my desk at the moment. His home is in one of the cubicles that I now have, so it's, you know, it's just something adorable to look at. Yay! I'm going to put him back in his place now. There we go. So that was September. And for October, I have plans. I have plans. I actually had to note it down because I was like, I'm not sure how I'm going to pull this off. I really wasn't sure. So I'm gonna put that. I've got 4 things basically on my list for October. YouTube videos, which will be continuing, weather health permits, of course, but I'm trying to make sure that my health stays as it is, but which is all we can do basically. Then I have my life binder. My life binder is I need to make a list of mini areas of my apartment that I want to refresh and organize and clean stuff. So that's also one of those things. That's 2. Then I signed up for a course. It's an accredited course, and hold on, let me move this to the side for just a minute. Okay, and let me grab it. It's a course about basically becoming a coach, an ultimate coach. So I can't show you anything of the binder because, you know, rights, copyright, stuff like that. But what I have done is I've sectioned off every chapter, and I've calculated, well, tried to calculate, if I, let's use this one back over here, if I take 1 chapter every 2 weeks, you know, with homework and all that kind of stuff, so then I have 2 chapters a month. I could finish this in about 6 to 7 months. I put 6.5 months, but you know, let's say 8 months if, you know, if for some reason there's a week where I'm not really feeling very well. So let's say about 8.5 months. Now I have finished that course, and yeah, I will have finished that course. Sorry, brain fart. So I will finish that course, and I will have my diploma basically. The course is about autism because I myself have autism. I've been diagnosed this year early this year, and one of the recommendations that I got from my therapist was to actually have conversations in sessions with an autism coach, and by sheer luck I came across a information session from a school that does things online. You can do like class online, and there's also home study. And I came across the fact that there's, actually a course on how to deal, with autism and stuff like that. So yeah, that way I can learn about it myself and how I can deal with all the autism spectrum things, and maybe afterwards I can help it to help others, maybe, depending on how I'm feeling, of course. But so I was like, well, on one hand, going to someone else and paying 15 to 75 or per session, that was like, it was a bit painful. So I was like, and then when I came across the fact that there is a way to learn it yourself, I was like, yeah, okay. So hence my decision to study it myself, and that way I can also help myself. So there we go. This weird pop-up on my screen, let's close that. Okay. So that's that. So yeah, 2 chapters a month, depending on how I'm feeling. So yeah, so without any breaks, that would take about 6.5 months, because it's like 13 chapters, well, 14, and then there's also an exam that needs to be done. So so yeah, developments, very nice developments. And last but not least, again, I need to change my thingy again. Let me just put this binder out of the way. This is something that I've tried quite a bit. This is The Complete Artist's Way. It's like a bundle of 3 books together. It has The Artist's Way, Walking in This World, and Finding Water. The Artist's Way, I've started several times, I have to admit, but I've never actually finished it. I've come to chapter 5, I've come to chapter 8, but I've never actually finished it. So I thought I would, let's see. I thought I would start again, but at a more relaxing pace. And my idea, I'm not sure if people have actually seen this edition. I'm not sure which kind of edition it is. Let me check. So just waiting. And here are all the books that she had at that date, but there's more books now. I also have Prosperous Heart, but that one isn't on here. I don't know why. And I've also ticked off which ones that I've already have and which ones that I don't have. Because right now she also has a listening pod and Seeking Wisdom. Creativity as a spiritual practice. I think lots of people know of this book right now. Let me see. Copyright 92, 2002, 2006, and 2007. But I have no idea which version this is. There's an introduction to the whole book, where she writes down some thoughts about each book. And then this is the part of The Artist's Way, gratitude list. And we have the contents, but I have no idea here. So it does have a second prologue basically to the complete book itself, but I can't say which date is it at the back. Let's see. Case design. It's about the illustration. There's a new introduction, but other than that, it doesn't really say from which year, so I can't tell you. Goodreads can probably tell you, but I apparently can't. So anyway, I also wrote down my plan with this one. Let's put this a little bit to the side so I can put that one there. And basically that would actually be the same, two chapters a month. I'm looking at the introduction as a separate chapter. So that way I don't need to hurry myself and stress about the fact that, oh my god, I need to read chapter 1, but I haven't read the introduction yet. So yeah, so 2 chapters a month. We also basically take up the same amount of time as the course of the autism coach. So I do have 3 days available in the week where I can plan these things. So I have a part of Tuesday, I have a large part of Wednesday and a large part of Friday. Not that I'm going to be doing it all at, like hours on end. I also need to find some yellow and green and orange, because orange is fun, like the coloring thing. So I need to kind of basically, I'm working on a schedule type thing, but so far I've calculated that there's 2 chapters here, 2 chapters here. I can make progress without driving myself into the ground. So that's the intention, at least. What I have done is I've started morning pages in this binder. I'm gonna grab it. I've started it in this binder. It's a binder that I've had for a while, and I just started putting, it's just basically some pictures of sunflowers and stuff, and then this was from A Year in the Life by Sheila Bender. I've wrote them some things about how I want to write in my journal and what I'm putting there, etc. More sunflowers, because basically just 2 times the same flower, but alright. And then we started here. I started on the 23rd of September with some morning pages, and here I wrote down, because this one I don't always write 3 full pages. This sometimes just doesn't happen. Many times I write more than 3 pages, but yeah. So here, I'm not sure if you're able to see that, but just do it like this. Here I have actually, this is basically, my desk is here where I'm filming, and I've managed to put, these are actually 2 boxes with drawers, but it's in wood. On top of that, it's like a Kallax unit of 2 on 2. Above that, then I have the cupboard that I was using before, and then on top of that I've got more stuff, like for example my printer is over there and some other stuff is on there. It's, yeah, so on, like, my printer is actually just above my head, so I'm not quite sure if it's going to stay that way or not. It will depend. But so far, this kind of, I've got more drawers and I've got this one. So that does really help that I can put more stuff away here, because it was starting to get a bit cramped. And this is also a bookcase, by the way, that, that has like 1, 2, 3, 4 planks there, with also books that are like double on those planks, and little cards to put stuff in there. But yeah, it's been moving stuff and where it came from, and also making sure that that place was then also properly vacuumed and cleaned and all that stuff. So yeah, that's that was a plan of one of those things. I'm just probably going to take these 2 pages out. Yeah, I think I'm going to take these 2 pages out and put them at the back of the moleskin, because the morning pages I'll do in my moleskin, because I know myself, I'll just keep forgetting to grab this thing, and I will just do everything in moleskin instead. Was there anything else? Oh yeah, these were my notes on making this video for today. I realized, like, wait a minute, I didn't do it. I wanted to do like more like a reflections video, and then also like the plan for the coming month, and see, you know, if I can, you know, see my good intentions for the month, and then looking back at, did I actually, you know, could I actually make it happen, and what else, you know, did I have energy for, or did I, you know, have the creative energy? Not sure that's the word, but you know, like the coloring pages, for example, they calm and relax me, but you know, they also make me feel good. So that's, you know, just one of those things. So yeah, I'm actually, it's also maybe a little bit of a accountability thing, kind of, because for example with the Artist Way, Burgess Taylor was she's also on YouTube, she was talking about the Artist Way, and I was like, yes, this could be very interesting, but I can't do the frequency of doing 1 chapter in a week. That's not feasible for me. It hasn't been feasible for me for each time I tried it. So I have a lower energy reserve, so I kind of need to make sure that I take that into account, if that makes sense. And you know, same with the course, and then, you know, the YouTube things and stuff. I remember last year that I tried to make 2 videos a week, but that's not feasible for me. At the moment I'm trying to make sure that I have enough footage, so if there is a week that I'm not feeling too well, that I can, you know, I can still edit footage to put online, but you know, that I have some, you know, there's something that I can fall back on, just in case my mental health or physical health doesn't allow for it. So yeah, so it will be very interesting to see, because this is the plan, and will I be able to do this, or maybe I have figured out another solution, who knows. We'll see. Do you have any interesting projects coming up for October? Or maybe you're going to do Preptober for NaNoWriMo, because NaNoWriMo is actually around the corner as well. I do have ideas for actually a fiction book, but I don't have time. So that's, yeah. And I've also realized that I might have to make some scripts for my YouTube videos, because I keep on forgetting things that I'm like, you know, when I film something and I've, you know, and I've gone through my ramblings, and suddenly it's like, and I'm done filming and I've said bye, and it's like, wait a minute, I forgot to tell this and this. So yeah, I think for some videos I might actually have to like write stuff down so I can, you know, do a voiceover and read what I've written, so that basically I'm not forgetting things. Because yeah, sometimes it's one of the ideas that I also have, of trying, trying to show a metaphor for the thoughts in my mind. I do need to do some research on it because I don't know how to draw that type of animal. But yeah, that's something that's coming, but I'm not sure if it's going to be this month or the month after, so we'll see. So yeah, these are my kind of reflections. So September was quite well, was good. There was some how do I put this? There was some things, there were some adjustments, let's put it that way. There were some adjustments, and sometimes my body is like, or I was going to combine mind and body there in one word, and it's not gonna work. So sometimes it's if I do too much, my body is like, excuse me, no, you need to take rest pronto. But yeah, I'm trying to keep that in mind while also trying to come a bit out of my comfort zone. I've been coming out of my comfort zone quite a bit over the last few days, so today is more like I am not going outside, forget it, I'm taking extra rest. But it's also important to make sure that you take care of yourself when things are getting a little bit too much. Alrighty, so that was the video for reflections and plans. I hope you have a wonderful day, and maybe if you want to share, you can also respond in the comments of this video on what plans you have for the month of October. And I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching, and take good care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.